Good day everyone. For today's video, we're going to discuss or to solve some problems regarding to distance formula. Here we have 3 items to answer using the above formula. Let us try to provide some solutions and illustrations. So let's get started. Number 1. Find the distance between these points. So we have p sub 1, 1, 3 halves, and your second point, negative 7, negative 5 halves. Here, pwede na natin lagyan ng label yung ating p sub 1 and p sub 2. We can treat this as your x sub 1. Ito naman yung y sub 1. On the other hand, let's have this as x2 and y2. And remember, once you are trying to solve some problems in analytic geometry, you have to provide the graph. So, magko-construct tayo ng ating Cartesian plane. Okay? So, we have 1. So, that means 1 unit from the right, from the origin. And then, we have 3 halves. Angat tayo. 1.5 units. You can verify on your own calculator that 3 halves is 1.5. So, if this is 1, if this is 2, definitely 1.5 is here. So, trace lang natin, classmates. Okay, then 1 unit, diba? From the origin to the right. Then plot the point. And that's your p sub 1. For p sub 2, of course, yung abscissa natin is negative 7. 1, negative 2, negative 3. So, let's say negative 7 yan. And negative 5 halves is equivalent to negative 2.5. Okay. Negative 7. Okay. Then, baba tayo ng negative 5 halves. Somewhere here. Yung ginagawa natin yung imaginary lines na to para mag-guide tayo patungo dun sa correct or desired location ng point. Then, that's the time na pwede na nating ilagay yung point natin. So, this is your P1. This is your P2. Okay. So, connect lang natin sila. What's the distance? Let us use the distance formula. So, since may label na tayo, class, madali na itong sagutan. So, d is equal to square root of what? So, first, we have the quantity of x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, meron tayong x sub 2 dito. That is your negative 7 minus x sub 1 corresponds to positive 1. Then, let us put square plus y sub 2, that is your negative 5 halves, minus 3 halves. Okay? So, d is equal to minus 7 minus 1, or negative 7 minus 1 is equivalent to negative 8. Then, square plus negative 5 halves minus 3 halves. Guys, kapag nag-operate tayo ng fraction na may same denominator, all you have to do is to copy the denominator, then simply subtract the numerators. We have negative 5 minus positive 3. Okay. Then, simplify, we have negative 8 over 2, which is equivalent to negative 8 divided by 2, negative 4. So, the answer for this term is negative 4 raised to 2. Okay. Then, simplify once again. Makukuha natin dito is 64. Then, here we have 16. Okay. 64 plus 16 is equal to 80. Or square root of 80. But square root of 80 can be evaluated into its lowest term. We can rewrite this as 16 times 5. Yeah, 16 times 5. Then this is equivalent to square root of 16 times square root of 5. But square root of 16 is simply 4. Square root of 5, that's the lowest term already. So, write na lang natin siya. And that's your final answer. Do not forget to write the term units. Or we can express also the distance as decimal form. Square root of 80 or 4 square root of 5 is approximately 8.9 units. And that's your final answer. Let's have our second example. Show that the points P sub 1, P sub 2, and P sub 3 are all vertices of a scalene triangle. We all know that a scalene triangle is a type of triangle that has no equal sides. Our goal here is to show that the sides generated are not equal to each other using the distance formula. So first, let us graph the given points. First, let us try to determine the distance of the line segment P1 to P2. So by considering this as your x1, y1, x2, y2. So by distance formula, we have square root of the quantity 1 minus negative 3 square plus 8 minus negative 2 square. Then, let us simplify that. Magkakaroon tayo dito ng square root of 4 raised to 2 plus positive 10 raised to 2. Simplify thoroughly, we will obtain square root of 116 units. Or you can express that as decimal. So that's equivalent to 10.8 units. So itong line segment P1 to P2 is 10.8 units. Next side naman po is yung ating line segment P sub 2 and P sub 3. So, consider din natin to as your x1, y1 naman. Ito yung ating x2, y2. So, the distance of that line segment is square root of 5 minus 1. Okay, naka-quantity po yan. Square plus, we have negative 4 minus 8 square. Then, simplify pa natin. We have 4 raised to 2 plus negative 4 minus 8 is negative 12. Then, raise lang din natin sa 2. So, 4 raised to 2 is still 16. But negative 12 raised to 2 is 144. So, in that case, we have square root of 160 units. And square root of 160 is approximately 12.6. So, lalagyan natin dito sa line segment P2 to P3 is 12.6 units. And lastly, let us move forward to the last side of our scalene triangle. We have P sub 1 to P sub 3. So, in that case, set natin to as x1, y1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So, by distance formula, we have this equal to square root of 5 minus negative 3 square plus negative 4 minus negative 2 square. 5 minus negative 3 is positive 8 square plus negative 4 plus positive 2 na po ito, no? So, in that case, we have negative 2 raised to 2. Simplify, we have 64 plus 4, which is equivalent to square root of 68 units. And square root of 68 is approximately 8.2 units. So, what's the conclusion dito, classmates? No? First, sabi natin, Scalene triangle is a type of triangle that has no equal sides. Since the sides are not equal to each other, since line segment P1, P2 is not equal to line segment P2, P3, at the same time, not equal to P1, P3, therefore, the given points are vertices of a scalene triangle. And we're done. And then number 3 was left as an exercise to our students, to our beloved students. So try nyo yan, guys. Kayang-kaya nyo, madali lang yan, no? Solve for y lang, then meron ka namang given distance, datag mo lang yung distance formula, then substitute the given values, and try to manipulate using algebra, makukuha mo na po yan. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope may natutunan tayo. See you everyone soon. God bless and keep safe.